All right. Practice problems in children learning music. Willful defiance. Okay. We're going to talk about that. Now, for those who don't know, my name is Melody Biggins, and I teach children how to play a musical instrument so well they earn college scholarships. As a matter of fact, give me your child. If your child is sitting at home on the YouTube, please give me that baby so I can teach them how to read music, play their instrument, and perform a home concert in less than 30 days. So let's get into it. Willful defiance. What is it? Now, if you're that type of person, if you're that type of parent that has a child, has children in your home, when you hear the word willful defiance, sometimes from a parent perspective, they're like, oh no, not in my house. Oh, my children do exactly what I tell them to do. You hear me? I understand that. I know. When it's time to wash the dishes, they wash the dishes. When it's time to make the bed, they make the bed. When it's time to clean the room, they clean the room right. I'm not talking about that. What is willful defiance in a practice problem? Here's willful defiance. Let's talk about it two ways, passively and aggressively. Passive willful defiance. Well, let me define it first. Willful defiance is the intentional act of not executing a said skill or musical goal. I'm going to say it again. Willful defiance is the intentional act of not executing a musical skill or goal. It's not disrespectful behavior. It's not refusal to follow instructions. It is, but it isn't. It's I'm deciding internally that I'm not going to do it. Let me show you how that shows up. Willful defiance. You give the child a specific task. Okay, I need you to practice on Mary Had a Little Lamb in measure 3. Start on beat 2. And the child does this. I'm going to start at measure 1. Mary had a little lamb. That's willful defiance. You give another specific goal. I need you to practice on your rhythm sheet starting at number 5 with the quarter note followed by eighth note rhythms. And the child goes and says, well, I'm going to practice on whole notes instead. 1, 2, 3, 4. You tell the child, I need you to set your tempo at quarter note equals 62. And I need you to perform this 4-measure excerpt according to this rhythm. And the child doesn't set the metronome and goes right into the music. That's willful defiance. It's a practice problem because the child is just trying to check it off the list, but they don't want to master the skill. They just want to check it off the list, get it out of the way, and go on to what they really want. Here's aggressive willful defiance. Aggressive willful defiance is more verbal. No. No, I'm not. No. Or why. Usually students say why as opposed to no. They'll say why and get the teacher to talk or the parent to talk. That's part of questioning too. When you give them a very specific skill and a specific assignment and they say why and they want you to defend your decision. No, no, sweetheart, you got the right one. I will not defend my decision. This is the intention. This is what you are doing. So do it. Just like that. So what do you do when you have a willfully defiant child in your home that practices what they want to and won't do what they must do to go to the next level? This is when you have what I call a come to Jesus talk. We sit down with the child and find out what's good. What is it about the instruction that you have a problem with? And you sit and wait. Sometimes a passively willful defiant child won't say anything. Silence is also willful defiance. Silence also says, well, I know what I don't want to do, but I'm not going to tell you. So you just wait. It'll come up. Especially when you take that tablet. Especially when that TV's off. Especially when you have to sit and face your parent until you say something. Usually the more adults, the better. If you have an aggressively willful defiant child and they're more vocal, they'll tell you, I just don't like it. They'll use emotion. Okay, so let me tell you about this. This is the real trick, right? A more verbally aggressive willful defiant child will use emotion. Well, I just don't get it. Be mindful of tears. Tears is also can also be used as a means to avoid telling the truth. Anger, which shows up as frustration, it's also an emotion that's being used to avoid the truth. So when the child leads with the emotion on the willful defiance, you just be patient. Is you finished or is you done? Like, okay. Yes, you're sad. And I'm not saying being cold or like lack of heart. Yes, I care. You know, and as a parent, of course, you love your children. Of course, you want to honor their emotion. The emotion is real. We're not saying the emotion is not real. All I'm saying is it's not the truth. The emotion is designed to get you off the subject. What is it about the information that I received for you to do that you have a problem with? So you see how they didn't answer the question, but they went straight into the emotion. That's what I'm talking about. So getting down to the root cause, getting down to the root understanding by asking why over and over, asking the same question. What is it about the instruction do you not understand? What is it about the instructions do you not want to do? What is it about the instructions that you have a problem executing? Oh, Mom, I just think the tempo's too slow. That's specific. Okay, let's talk about that. Why is it so slow? Well, I just want to play it faster. Okay, well, you know what? If you're not able to play the rhythm slow, then if you play it faster, it may not go well to you. Then turn the tempo up. Instead of quarter note equals 62, go to quarter note equals 82 and see if they match the rhythm. 9 times out of 10, they won't do it. It's a willful defiance to respecting time and keeping time and rhythm. That's a whole nother subject. Because a lot of students have an issue with keeping time in music. They want to do the time that they want and not realize that the metronome is there as a guide to help implement an internal pulse, an internal beat system to help them read music and be able to perform at an advanced level. That's what they're trying to avoid because it takes work. You have to yield to a metronome. You have to yield to I call it the rules of the game of music reading. There's no recall in music unless it's a theme that you're playing or, you know, some kind of theme or variation. And I'm not talking about form and analysis, okay? So please, music educators, don't come for me. You know what I'm talking about. There's more that you're doing at the same time that's requiring a level of attentiveness and focus that sometimes children who are used to high-level rote memorization, they're used to the listing and recalling facts, and they just get it right, and they get the A, and they're good. They're not going to like that. So if you have that kind of child that operates in willful defiance, let's do this. Go ahead and download my Master Music Roadmap, and let's see more about what we have to say about how we're going to help this child get out of their own way so they can actually get on this pathway to excellence in music. So download that Master Music Roadmap. Comment. Let me know what you think about this. Do you have a child at home that does this? Not just in music, but any subject? Seriously. You know, I want to be able to talk about this because that willful defiance shows up in not just music. It shows up everywhere. Chores too. We need to talk about it. All right. Talk to you soon.